December 4th, 2024 in Barona, California. And here we are in the background. And we'll come around here and meet a couple of incredible people from the Barona Fire Department, correct? You'd introduce yourself and your name is first and last name, and spell your last name. That helps me a lot.
My name's Eric Just, ERICJUST, Cal Fire Division Chief here in San Diego.
Thank you.
And I'm Ken Kremensky, Fire Chief, Barona Fire Department. Kremensky.
Thank you so much. And we were here, we started early filming. We're at on the Barona Tribal land here, and wait till I get by. I believe it's about 160 acres you're going to burn today. Can you kind of tell us about how this was planned and what the end goal would be? If this is training also, whoever would like to talk, we'll give you both. Okay.
So we've been talking seriously about this project probably over the last couple of months. Really the goal there's a couple of goals that are going on. One is to assist with some of the tribal interests with doing some prescribed fire and broadcast burning, and then also to kind of support our prescribed fire aspirations here in the unit to increase that pace and scale of what we're doing here. So there's a variety of benefits. I mean, from an environmental standpoint, there probably hasn't been firing here for over 20 years. So there's a lot of like invasive stuff that's in here that, the natural species that we encounter out here are going to benefit favorably from all this. So that's kind of how it was planned. As far as like weather and all that, it's a dynamite day to be out burning. Light onshore breeze, getting really good mixing heights, as you can see by looking at the smoke, yeah.
So at what mile per hour would this unfortunately have to be canceled? Is there kind of a red line, so to speak?
Maybe if it's starting to push 15 plus, I would say. You want to have wind. This is pretty flat terrain, so we need some sort of force to move fire through, and be able to get it all done in a day. So having a consistent wind is an advantage for us for sure.
Yeah, and I've been here about an hour of filming, and it looked like it was mostly pushing to the north. Is that correct, the winds?
Yeah, I think there's a breeze out of the southwest. Now, some of that wind can be, misunderstood. The fire is also creating quite a bit of wind too. So some of those bigger gusts that you feel it's not from the normal weather. That's from the fire taking a big gulp of air.
Okay. Well, thank you, Cal Fire. I want to go over to the chief of the Barona Fire Department here.
Yes. So this is a great collaborative effort with Cal Fire. We have a really good relationship. Actually, San Diego County and the fire service in general, as well as our law enforcement partners, we have a really good working relationship in this county. I would say the best in the nation and top in the state. And we all work together. We do training throughout the year together. We collaborate and work on projects like this. The Barona Tribal Council and the residents here would want the cultural aspect fire back into their environment, which was for years and years, way before our time, that's what they did.
Right. And
it kind of got a little away from it, and we're trying to bring it back in. And culturally, it's good for the land to burn. Like say this big meadow, it's got a lot of thatch and invasive species of different types of plants that have come into it, and we like it to go back, and the council would like it to go back to its natural grass. And it's also, produces nutrients into it. So in the spring, this is going to be a really beautiful meadow. We're going to see wildflowers that we haven't seen for a long time. Grass come up green, with the winter rains. It'll be really nice. And it's also a fuel reduction. It gives us, if we can do burning in this county and put spots in these 100-acre plots here and there, when we do get a devastating fire, Santa Ana season's not over. Those come through here. When we have these burns in place, it's a fuel reduction, and so when the fire hits it, it kind of breaks up the fire, breaks up that big head fire that's running and racing and
So it doesn't
doing
have
damage.
really
Yeah,
fuel.
so it kind of breaks it up a little bit, and it gives us a chance as firefighters to, get a handle on it maybe a little bit better than what if you didn't have it here. So I think, that's an important thing. I think the governor, I think all the fire service supports getting fire back on the ground and these controlled. It's easier to control it in these conditions versus trying to put it out in the Santa Ana. Those are hurricane force winds. We can only get out of the way, try and get the people out of the way till the winds die down and do what we can on the flanks, but to get in front of a running head fire, it's a breaker built into it that if something shorts out, it'll shut that down.